On the news tonight, federal government targets 70% local pharmaceutical production. Governor Adeleke tasked Osun PDP to remain steadfast. While on the foreign scene, at least 71 killed in latest Israel-Palestinian attack. Good evening and many thanks for joining us on the Major Reports. I am Olubumi Achiboye Agbola. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Patel, has announced that the presidential initiative for unlocking the healthcare value chain aims to increase local manufacturing of pharmaceutical products in Nigeria to at least 70% by 2030. Professor Patel explained that the initiative also aims to significantly increase the number of full-time employees working in life sciences manufacturing, with the current workforce of approximately 20,000 set to grow by tens of thousands. The minister also highlighted the establishment of Nigeria's new Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Training Institute, Empower Academic Nigeria, in partnership with Empower Swiss Geneva. He emphasized that this step marks a major leap forward in Nigeria's efforts to localize the manufacturing of pharmaceuticals and medical devices, benefiting the country's economy and the wider region. Under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu, BVAC, launched as the cornerstone of the Renewed Hope Agenda in October 2023, is under the auspices of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. Patel further revealed that over 70 new healthcare manufacturing companies are currently partnering on 22 large-scale projects, which are in negotiations with international financiers. In a statement, Patel said the former Swiss Academy, the Empower School of Health Geneva, signed a memorandum of understanding to establish a regional training hub for pharmaceutical manufacturing in Nigeria, which will be launched soon and will be named Empower Academy Nigeria. Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke has urged members of the People's Democratic Party in the state to remain steadfast and avoid distractions as the administration delivers dividends of democracy and good governance. In a statement by the governor's spokesman Olawale Rashid, Governor Adeleke stated that rather than weakening the PDP, recent defections had only strengthened the party, and thanks to the spread of various developmental projects being executed across the state. While reacting to the recent developments within the party, Governor Adeleke noted that the 2022 victory was made possible by dedicated and loyal PDP members, despite the anti-party activities of some chieftains. The governor assured PDP members that the party's membership base had expanded, with many defectors from the opposition joining, noting that his administration treats all federal constituencies fairly, citing a secular constituency with the three key portfolios in his cabinet. Governor Adeleke urged PDP members to remain steadfast and united, expressing appreciation for the wave of endorsements from various interest groups, and pledged to remain focused on pursuing the Imole agenda beyond 2026, promising continued loyalty to the PDP and the people of Osun State. In the meantime, President of the Osun State Indigenes in Ghana, Honorable Ayokomi Oguremi, has called on Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke to support the initiatives and activities of the association. Speaking during a courtesy visit to the Ataoja of Osogbo, Honorable Oguremi emphasized the group's commitment to strengthening cultural ties, fostering youth empowerment, and promoting Yoruba heritage abroad. The details is presented from our studio.
In a landmark cultural engagement, the Ataoja of Osogbo, Oba Jimoh Olanipekun Laroye II, received a high-powered delegation of Osun State Indigenes residing in Ghana on a courtesy visit to the Royal Palace. The visit, led by the group president, Honorable Ayokomi Osuntayo Oguremi, marked the historic first official return of the diaspora community to their ancestral roots. Speaking on behalf of the diaspora group, Honorable Guremi expressed deep preference for the Atauja of Osogbo and the cultural protocols of the land, emphasizing the significance of seeking royal blessings prior to any political or social engagement. In Osun State, he added that the group's primary mission was to extend a formal invitation to Governor Adeleke for the upcoming launch of the Osun State Indigenes in Ghana initiative, stressing that this visit heralds a new chapter in cross-border unity, underscoring the importance of connecting with the homeland. He also saw the Atauja's guidance on fostering religious tolerance, youth engagement and economic empowerment within the broader Osun community. In a forward-looking cultural effort, Honorable Guremi announced the group's plan to establish Yoruba language schools in Ghana, adding that the initiative is designed to preserve and promote the Yoruba language and heritage among younger generations in the diaspora.
So there are some things we cannot do by ourselves, which we need the help of government. Because when you want to establish a school in a foreign land, there are some documentation that they will require from us that, okay, go and bring this. I will be able to bring that document. But when the governor himself is part of it, it will be easier for us. So because of that, we want the governor to be involved. Yeah. And we want to make our governor, not even only him, the office of the governor of Osun State, to be our life patron.
In his royal address, Atauja of Osogbo Obajimo Olanipekunlaroye II expressed joy and gratitude for the initiative, describing the visit as both historic and spiritual significance. The Atauja blessed the visiting delegation and commended their effort to maintain cultural ties despite the geographical divide. Oba Olanipekun further charged the group to serve as worthy ambassadors of Osun State in the diaspora, urging them to continue to promote peace, culture, and unity. The monarch emphasized the importance of youth development and economic initiatives that reflect the values of hard work, communal support, and moral integrity.
Osogbo is the prover of all the difficulties in other religions. Níbi tá a wà yìí, ilé Ọ̀ṣun lẹ́ ń wò lọ́ọ̀kan yẹn, wọ́n ti fi hàn yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Mọ́ṣáláṣí Jímọ̀ Ọba lẹ́ ń wò lọ́ọ̀kan yẹn. Christianity kòrìjìnà ń bẹ ní sàdọ̀ Ọ̀ṣun Anglican ní sàdọ̀ títì náà ló gbé débẹ̀ tó ẹ̀ka gbọ́n lónìí àbá fún ní triple stand ẹsẹ̀ wọn kọ̀ọ̀kan mẹ́tẹ̀ torí àforí ilẹ̀ àfin lọ́wọ́ àti Anglican ní o àti Central Mosque ní o àti the biggest deities castle òun náà níbẹ̀ yẹn àìbára wájà o. Àdúgbò kan wà ní Òṣogbo tó já sí pé kì í sọjọba mọ́ṣáláṣí báyìí chọ́ọ̀ṣì báyìí ìlà abẹ tá à ń pè ní fẹ́ǹsì ní àyè àlùwàlá fáwọn mùsùlùmí àgbọ̀ ìjà wọn rí o lórí religious tolerance Òṣogbo ìlú àlùbáríkà.
As the visit concluded with traditional blessings and the reaffirmation of mutual commitment, the atmosphere was one of deep cultural pride and shared purpose, laying a renewed foundation for collaboration between the people of Osogbo and their diaspora king.
The Osun State House of Assembly has taken a significant step towards passing a bill that could drive job creation and enhance the ease of doing businesses in the state. The executive bill of the Osun State Startup Bill 2024 passed the second reading. Parliamentary reporter Oluwatosin Oladokun reports.
The Osun State House of Assembly commenced its weekly legislative activities by unveiling the merits contained in the Osun State Startup Bill 2024.
Osun State Startup Bill 2024.
While leading the policy trust on the executive bill, Majority Leader of the House, Honorable Babajide Kuforola, emphasized that the bill will promote a solid foundation for startups in Osun State. He highlighted key provisions such as simplified business registration processes, the protection of intellectual property rights, and reduced charges and taxes for startups. Supporting the Majority Leader's position, Honorables Tajuddin Adeyemi, Abiola Weye, Kami Adibola, Wale Akirele, and Olufemi Okuola agreed that Osun State Startup Business 2024 will significantly encourage entrepreneurship, promote haste of doing business, create jobs and benefits for both small and large-scale enterprises. Earlier, Honorable Abiola Ibrahim Inolaji, representing Irewole Shokon State constituency, presented a policy trust on Osun State Road Traffic and Vehicle Inspection Services B 2024. He explained that the bill aims to ensure proper vehicle registration and facilitate data collection of vehicular movements in the state. In their contributions, Majority Leader of the House, Honorable Babajide Kuforola, Deputy Majority Leader, Honorable Adekunle Oladimeji, and Honorable Abiola Weye clarified that once passed, the bill will establish statutory register, enhanced data connection processing. Following extensive debate and deliberation, the State Parliament's presiding officer, Right Honorable Adewale Egbedon, commended his colleagues for their valuable contributions. He specifically praised the administration of Governor Ademola Adeleke for consistently prioritizing the collective interest of the people of Osun State. Right Honorable Egbedon stated that once the Osun State Status Bill 2024 becomes law, it will encourage business owners and open up seamless business opportunities for all.
We can now see that a series of benefits will be achieved in our state through this bill if passed into law. I therefore like to say the previous contribution that supported further consideration and practice.
Subsequently, the Osun State Startup Business 2024 successfully passed its second reading. Oluwatosin Oladokun, OSBC News.
Still in Osun State, the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission has debunked an online media report that the ad hoc staff recruited for the February 2022-2025 local government elections have not been paid 2 months after the elections. OSEC Chairman Ashim Abioye, while responding to journalist inquiry, described the report as one-sided, saying the online platform failed to reach out to the electoral body for confirmation or otherwise before the publication. It will be recalled that preparatory to the February 22 to the February 2022 council post, OSEC recruited ad hoc staff, including supervisory presiding officers and poll clerks, as well as returning officers, to complement the efforts of the permanent staff of the commission to make the conduct of the election easier. However, an online media platform in a recent report quoted 2 ad hoc staff as claiming that they were in the dark concerning their payments, a claim which the OSEC chairman, Barrister Ashim Abioye, said was far from the truth. According to him, all SPOs have been paid, while more than half of other categories of ad hoc staff have also received their payments, adding that the payment is still ongoing as at the time of filing the reports. The Independent National Electoral Commission says it is pushing for several amendments to the 1999 Constitution and the 2022 Electoral Act to establish a more robust electoral legal framework ahead of the 2027 general elections. This was disclosed in a presentation by the Special Advisor to the INEC Chairman, Professor Muhammad Kuna, titled Issues and Contentions in the Electoral Legal Framework, an overview from INEC submission, delivered at a retreat from the Joint Committee of the National Assembly on Electoral Matters held in Lagos. Professor Kuna noted that the 2023 general elections marked the 7th since Nigeria's return to democracy in 1999, and highlighted that INEC has also successfully conducted numerous off-cycle, by, and rerun elections over the years. He stressed that the need for a proactive and comprehensive review of the electoral laws to address existing gaps and strengthen Nigeria's electoral process. Among the proposed amendments are provisions for diaspora voting, early voting for security personnel and other officials on election duties, voting rights for inmates, and the creation of special seats for women and persons with disabilities, and dedicated funding for the Commission. The amendments, according to the Commission, will provide the electoral legal framework to introduce early and special voting to cater for eligible voters on essential services, election personnel, as well as voters under incarceration, those in diaspora and out of the country, voting for eligible voting Nigerians outside the country during elections. Students of Adamawa State Polytechnic, Yola, took to the streets to protest the prolonged power outage at the institution. The protest, which began peacefully within the campus, quickly spilled into surrounding streets as students demanded urgent action from the school management and government authorities to find a lasting solution to epileptic power supply. According to reports, chaos erupted when some protesters clashed with unsuspecting passersby, forcing police operatives to intervene and restore order. Students said they had endured over 3 months without electricity, which they described as unbearable and detrimental to academic performance and daily life. Consequently, the acting registrar of Adamawa State Polytechnic, Simnawa Ayuba, announced the immediate closure of the institution for 1 week to enable the management to process the restoration of light. This marks the second protest by students in less than a year over poor living conditions, particularly the lack of electricity and water, which they claim continues to cripple their academic activities. The Springtime Development Foundation, in conjunction with Champion Women Entrepreneurs Mentoring Association, CWIMA, has organized an organic backyard farming free empowerment program for 500 women in Osun State. Chairman of the foundation, Dr. Adeleke, said the motive behind the training is to empower women and complement Governor Adeleke's efforts at boosting food production in the state. Oluchi Amuda reports.
The 500 women drawn from all the 30 local government areas of Osun State, including the area office, gathered in Ede for a 3-day free organic backyard farming training aimed at combating food crisis in the country, organized by the Springtime Development Foundation in conjunction with the Champion Women Entrepreneurs Mentoring Association, QWEMA. In his keynote address, Chairman Springtime Development Foundation, Dr. Adeleke, who was represented by the Vice Chairman of the Foundation, Dr. Banji Adeshuyi, stated that the aim of the group is to empower women as agriculture remains the key to fighting poverty and eliminating hunger.
Any available land in your compound, we want to teach them to use it. No land must be empty in our neighborhood. We teach them, we give them the seeding, and these are good seeds that they will keep on reproducing every time.
In their separate remarks, the Commissioner for Women Affairs, Children and Social Welfare, Mrs. Ayobola Awolowo, and the Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Otumba Tola Fashiru, expressed appreciation to the Foundation for investing in humanity and complementing the laudable efforts of Governor Adeleke in combating food crisis. They implored the beneficiaries to make good use of the opportunity.
Food are now very expensive in the market. If we are able to train our women, at least they will be able to put food on their table.
Also speaking, the President and Principal Mentor, Champion Women Entrepreneurs Mentoring Association, QWEMA, Mrs. Olakitan Wellington, noted that the mission of the group is to empower individuals to grow their food, improve their well-being and earn income. She maintained that women will be trained on how to grow foods like yam, cocoyam, cucumber, vegetables, okra, sweet potatoes, pepper, tomatoes, and even snail rearing in their compounds without any need for farmland.
All of us know how expensive food is now. So if everybody one way or the other is planting something in the backyard and they don't need to go to the farm, they can do this in the comfort of their homes and get good yield. They get that. Then because of all this insecurity, people are getting attacked on farms and their plantations are being eaten. But if it's in their compound, nobody can just come in and eat up.
Other dignitaries present at the event include the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Women Affairs, Children and Social Welfare, Mrs. Abimbola Babatunde, and the wife of the Algon Chairman, Mrs. Munisade Awotunde, among others. Oluchi Amuja, OSBC News.
The federal government has condoled with Iran following an explosion that claimed 28 lives and left over 800 people injured. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tugar, conveyed the condolences in a statement issued by the spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimiebi Ebenfia. The explosion occurred at Shahid Rajai port in southern Iran near the Strait of Hormuz. Tugar stated that the federal government of Nigeria extends its deepest condolences to the government and the people of the Islamic Republic of Iran following the devastating explosion. He further said that Nigeria stands in solidarity with Iran during its difficult time and shares the grief of families who lost loved ones in the unfortunate incident, commending the swift response of emergency services and encourage continued efforts to assist the injured and affected communities. You are welcome to the sports segment. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Remo Stars Football Club on their victory in the 2024-2025 Nigerian Premier Football League season. The president described the achievement as a major milestone that puts Ikene and Ogun State firmly in the national spotlight. In a statement by a special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, President Tinubu commended the players, coaching crew, and management of Remo Stars for what he called their hard work, discipline, and unyielding spirit. He praised the team's resilience and perseverance, noting their determination in the face of previous disappointments, adding that their courage in pursuing success, despite 3 previous near misses in the race for the league title, is admirable. President Tinubu urged the team to maintain their undoubting spirit and focus as they aim for continental honors. With the NPFL title secured, Remo Star will now represent Nigeria in the CAF Champions League, calling on football fans across the country to support the team as they embark on their journey on the African stage. While on the foreign scene, the Health Ministry in Gaza says Israeli forces have killed at least 71 Palestinians in the past 24 hours. According to the Health Ministry, a Palestinian envoy accused Israel of using humanitarian aid as a weapon of war during International Court of Justice hearings as Gaza faces mass starvation due to the Israeli blockade. Also, Houthi-affiliated media saying U.S. forces have bombed a detention center holding African migrants in northern Sada, killing at least 68 and wounding 47. Reports say the Israeli foreign minister slams the hearings, which focus on Israel's humanitarian obligations in occupied Palestinian territory. At least 52,340 Palestinians have been confirmed killed and 117,792 wounded in Israel's war on Gaza since it began 18 months ago. The Gaza government media office updated the death toll to more than 61,700, saying thousands of people missing under the rubble are presumed dead. An estimated 1,139 people were killed in Israel during the Hamas-led attacks on October 7, 2023, and more than 200 were taken captive. And that ends the major report on OSBC TV. It was edited by Michael Adini. I am Olupumi Ajiboye Agbona, wishing you a very pleasant evening. Good night.